Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name and other stars goes by Ramose TV. So today wanna just be talking as the title explains over there. So questions that Turkish people asks foreigners, especially international students, or even if you're travelers and other stars moving to Turkey, and I'm gonna be reacting on that. Are they being generosity? Or is something else, or we can say something else, guys. You knows what I mean. So first of all, let me start by introducing the Turkish culture. Like in their culture, there are some things which seems to be common or more generous, like more calm, like or more better way, casual way of doing the things, but because of cultural difference between foreigners comparing to their culture, that's why we see these like difference of these questions, but for them it's just normal. So these kind of questions which are gonna be talking about a little bit later, but also if you are living in Turkey or you have ever lived over there, or you have ever encountered someone from Turkey or other stuff and you wanna share, feel free to join. You can join the live stream. I can post the link over there down. So let me start first. When you meet a Turkish person, Turkish people, like okay, Turkish people, majority of them, let's talk about majority, is that in their culture there are a lot of things, like within a short time there are a lot of things can be exchanged, like within a short time someone can know you from A to Z, like within a short time, and it's just normal to them because everything is kept like open. So what do I mean by being open? By being open, that means someone can grab your information about your personal details, maybe like about your names, your age, your your age and nationality, and also they can grab your information about the family details, like family, the job, the occupation for your family and other stuffs. But also they might go further and talk, maybe even to know you on the aspect of education, like your level of education qualification or income as well. So there are a lot of things, like all those things which you need to know from someone. For them it's very easy someone to collect all this tiny information from you, and it is normal for them, like when they meet to each other it's normal to ask. So, but because you find you are a different person, maybe coming from a different, you're just coming maybe from a different culture, different culture and different background, you find there's some things you don't wanna them be public, like okay, not public, but being exposed to someone like who is or who isn't your closely related friends. So those things are the one that makes a huge difference during conversation. And at the end of the video I'll try to share my little bit experience and what happened, like when my friend, like who is from Turkey, like a Turkish citizen, also encountered the same questions, and what were his reaction. So comparison for a little bit about that. Well, don't forget to like the video, share and subscribe. If you wanna support the channel, you can donate on Patreon by supporting the channel, guys. Yeah. So the questions which someone might ask you just at the beginning: Mohammed Ali, hi, welcome so much back to the live stream. So the first question if someone can ask you, like they might ask you, Ismi Nade, like what is your name? You might reply, which is normal, quiet, like okay, where are you from? And you reply, maybe I'm from Tanzania, I'm from Somalia, I'm from Bangladesh, from India, from etc. etc. So from that perspective, after you reply, whereby someone can at least try to measure what kind of extra question can come in. So if you say you are coming from a country that maybe in Africa side, and depending on the info that they got about the being maybe life in Africa and other stuff, so other question can pops out on your personal details. So like they might ask you, maybe let's go, but about your how old are you? Also, someone can ask you how old are you, and how old are you, and if you're coming from an African background or coming from the country where they know maybe the life isn't that much standard. Other question can pops out like there, maybe do you have water over there in your country? Do you have electricity? Do you have houses? Do you have houses over there? Do you have you have houses? Do you have this transportation? How is life over there? How did you grow up? Those kind of questions also can pops out after people they know your background. So there is a bit difference when you say you're coming from South Africa and when you say you're coming from an African country. So when you say South Africa, is just like a different country from other African countries. So when you say I'm coming from South Africa, because it's worldwide known. But when you say you're coming from maybe Tanzania, coming from Kenya, coming from Ghana, coming from Nigeria, coming from Sudan, coming from Ethiopia, coming from Malawi, coming from etc. Comoro, a lot of countries, other countries, when you say you're coming from those countries, the reaction, like what goes to their mind is a bit different. So that's why other questions pops out. So those are the things which people might be asked, and they are normal, some of them, to give, even when you meet me as someone new, even traveler somewhere, and you want to know about my name. What's your name? Oh, I'm someone. Okay, what are you doing here? Like, what are you doing here? What are you up to? That's normal, like to know, okay, I'm a student, or I'm working, I'm just a tourist, or maybe I'm just having an internship. It's just normal. But those which question they goes beyond, like after they know the background, there's some question and undermining, or some question like they come over there which are annoying actually, because people, you find they ask that because they are the things that they see always on the medias, they see always on the, maybe on the news, always maybe somewhere they have grew up seeing those things. They are curious knowing from you, especially when you can communicate and you got the language. That was part one about the personal detail where they can go further. Part two, they might need also to talk to you, knowing your information about your family matters. Maybe your father, what's your father's job, what's your mother's job, depending to what exactly are you up to. If you're studying a certain department, let's say you're studying politics, you're studying nursing, you're studying maybe mathematics, studying literature, they want to ask the background for the family, so that to know other stuff, is the family funding you or not, the father, the job for your mother, the job for your father, like that. And they want to measure your status, like, are you someone having normal life, or are you someone having middle life, or are you someone having low life, or having high life, first class life, like you good if your parents got great jobs, making enough income. So with that saying, it will bring a different respect, like on their, or different perspective for them, like after you answer those questions, depending to what answers do you deliver. Yep. So those are the details about the family. Also, someone might need to know exactly the moment you meet them. But like this, the detail about what your parents do, or what my parents are doing, like, isn't normal, like to be asking when you just having normal conversation, especially with someone who isn't your friend. Like, it's just someone is trying to be nice to you, maybe knowing you, but there are a lot of details you don't want to share with every single person you meet at first time. So these are the one which they goes beyond generosity. though for them is normal, but for majority of foreigners living over there, maybe moving over there, they seems to be annoying. Like, okay, what you wanna know about my family status, so about etc. etc. But further, they can go for the part for the school or the education, maybe knowing which level you're doing, which is normal actually to talk to every single person you meet on the street. It is normal actually. So like someone can ask you, what are you studying, which university are you studying, which year are you, and yes, are you under scholarship or are you not under scholarship? Are you self-funding? When you say self-funding, and on the previous you answered about your parental jobs. So they might ask also if you are not sponsored by their government, Turkish government, who sponsors you? Is it your government? So it goes there to be your home government sponsoring you to study in Turkey. If no, you say the family, oh, whoa. So depending on what you said about your parental status, like the status of the income your parents make, how much, and also they might go further to ask you, okay, like there is this question is as if they don't want you in to stay there. Like when you graduate, will you move back? Will you move back to your country? That's a question someone can ask you just immediate. They don't want to waste time without asking you that question. Like they can tell you, Maison Olunja, after you graduate, will you go there to your country to go and work over there? Or will you move to there after you graduate? So someone can ask you that question even if you say, maybe for example, the education system in Turkey, you start by if you're not going enrolled into some department, maybe you go first for the language preparatory course, even if you language preparatory course before starting your academic courses. For example, maybe you're doing the 4-year degree program or 4-year master's program or 3 years master's program, so you go for 1 year, which is the language preparatory. Even if you are in your first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year, etc., even if you are on your preparatory class still preparing to go into university, someone can ask you, like, after you graduate, will you move back to your country? Yeah, so like after you say yes, yeah, like that, because I don't know how to how I should express it, but it's just like that. They are curious. So for me, being as an international student or being a foreigner in the country, you just need to get used to and to change the style of communication in order to adapt to the system, because these questions aren't escapable. Like you cannot escape these kind of questions. Whenever you just sit down to talk to someone, they'll ask you those questions. You go somewhere to buy something, you the moment you be just nice on talking, you get asked those questions. You go somewhere, you move around, you want to ask for something, maybe you get a little bit about conversation, you get asked these questions. So there is no way around, you can escape from them. There is no way. What you need to do, you need just to get prepared to know, okay, ABC, and for my lifestyle, I can provide the information A, B, C. But I want to go further for D and etc. etc. I'll just end up A, B and other stuff. So after you know your barrier, it's easier to communicate or sometimes to switch. When someone asks you this question, you can switch to another question. When someone asks you this side, you switch to another question. So for that way, it becomes easier for you to survive and also to escape this little bit challenging, something which has been occurring, like you, or annoying stuff that can happen in between. So yep, if you got any annoying questions, like which for their culture is normal, and they just sit even to university, you can find every student who you talk to wanna know you, like what every student. For example, you go to university, maybe today you get introduced to 3 students. So those 3 students, they should know you A to Z. Like they can ask you all these questions, like what's your name, how did you came here, even maybe by plane, by bus, and who is paying the fees. Sometimes might ask you what is your parental occupation or jobs or salary, and when you graduate, will you go there back? When you get just introduced, so people can know you from A to Z the first day. So every single person, when you just give them you open the room for more conversation without knowing your limits, meaning you can get exposed to all, at least almost all, like who you talk to. So at the end, there's no any strength like with you, because there's some things they should remain private for you to move up. So that was all about the live stream. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. If you got any question, if you ever visited in Turkey, or you're a student studying in Turkey, or you're a tourist moved to Turkey, traveled to, or you have ever been there, what are kind of questions that you got asked and you didn't want to give the answer to, just because in your country those questions are not normal, Well, so by finishing with the story, I have a friend like who is from Turkey, and as we were moving around, like we met someone who is actually is also a foreigner but from another country, and he was trying to approach talking to the guy by asking the same kind of questions, like a lot of questions at the same time. Oh, what department are you studying? Oh, I'm studying maybe department X, medicine. Oh, okay. Or which year? Certain year. Before saying the year, okay, do you have an exam? Yes, I have an exam. Okay, what do you do okay, which subject? This one. Oh, you don't do this subject. I don't do because it's different. Why? Hey, A, B, A, A. Then the guy got annoyed, and he was complaining to me like, okay, don't do A, B, C, and other stuff. I thought these are the kind of, for me, I see normal, because you too, like back in your country, in Turkey, also I received these kind of questions. So now I know the limit, like here, I should just talk and end up where. And I cannot open up to further somewhere and other stuffs. I just know. But for you, because this is your first time being here, you see this question as if annoying. You're not ready to answer them. Why? Just because it's your first, you're gonna get used to. So that's how. So you see, even the same, like it might be normal, but sometimes when you get asked at your turn, you seems to be unnormal. That was all. If you got any annoying question or any question that you don't want to answer according to experience, and maybe you already moved to Turkey, or the experience of being in Turkey and other stuff, leave on the comment section, so that those who are planning to move to Turkey could prepare for that and prepare the answer, or prepare themselves. Is it mentally, right? Yeah, mentally, about what to expect and where they end on their conversation, and how to deal with that when they move to Turkey or Turcia or Turkey. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in another video. Bye.